Hello YouTube. So I'm making this video on an install for the DP, you can see that there, the DIProducts CZ455 dovetail mount for an 11mm dovetail to a Picatinny. And the reason I'm doing this is because I really didn't like the way this adapter felt on the rail. It's very loose, and I'm sure once I put all the set screws in, it would tighten. But what I noticed was that unless you have these 4 set screws set perfectly, it might canter one way or the other and not give you a true level. Well, the reason I'm doing this is because the tube on my scope is 34mm, and it's really hard to find a direct mount from a dovetail to a 34mm. So even though I don't like the extra height, I'm putting this on there. So I got to thinking that one way to resolve this would be to put a shim on underneath the dovetail, and I think that's going to work really well for 2 reasons. One, it's going to take up the slop, and it's also going to protect the finish on my receiver from the set screws. This is going to fit in here really nice and allow this to do its job properly. In case you're wondering, the shims that I'm using are 15 thousandths stock, and these guys are about 10mm wide and about 50mm on the long end for here. Then I cut another one at about 30mm for the short side. So go ahead and start the install on this. So my next step is to place the shims. Put them underneath the mount or the adapter. Slide them on. Get them into place. What you can see now is that this is a much nicer, tighter fit. And I'll go ahead and place the screws in next. Now, the instructions say to put some purple Loctite and then torque them down to 6 to 8 pounds. I don't have any the purple, but I think the blue should suffice if I just put a tiny amount. And then I'm just going to have to hand tighten them because my smallest torque drive, or Allen head drive for my Wheeler torque wrench, is only a 5/64, and these are 1/16. So I'm going to have to do them by hand, especially since the Wheeler doesn't really give me a reading below 10 pounds anyway, but should be able to kind of guess at it. So I'm going to just put some Loctite on here, and then we'll go on from there. So I'm putting just a tiny bit of the blue Loctite on here. Right now I'm just setting them in place. And we'll go ahead and tighten them down. It says to do the center screws first and then work to the outside. I'll probably do a X pattern. So got those in there. Wipe off the excess as I go. So we'll get this guy in there. Make sure I got it even with the port there. Barely touch that one down. Same here. So I'm going to say that's pretty much it. Got a nice tight fit. We'll have to check the level on it. Okay, so we've got the rail leveled, got the shims in, and I've got it leveled to the bore as well. Put 2 levels on there to make sure that I was right on the money here. So I think we're good. Had to fiddle a little bit with the set screws to make sure that the rail was level to the receiver, but I think we've got it. So now it's on to mounting the scope. Well, she's all done for now. Got it all leveled in, got all the accessories installed, everything torqued down. I did have to move it all the way up to the front of the rail in order to get a little bit of space on the rings. I didn't want them right up against the turret. But other than that, everything looks and functions as it should. Just have to take it out to the range and get it on paper. Thanks for watching.